Hello guys! So here I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Light, applying that under my eyes, on my forehead, on my chin. And before this video started, I had put on some foundation. I use a Maybelline Matte and Poreless in the shade 220. I put the concealer on my eyelids to use it as a base for my eyeshadows. Here I'm just blending out everything with the Beauty Blender. And now I'm setting the concealer with translucent powder. Here I'm gonna do my eyebrows with some NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. Fast forwarding this a little bit. You guys seen me do my eyebrows on camera quite a few times now. Here I'm setting the face with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder in the shade 220. And now I'm putting on some bronzer. And I'm using the NYX Highlight and Contour Palette in the shade Tan. I used the Real Techniques contour brush, but I realized that I didn't like how it was going on, so I used the BH Cosmetics brush to blend it out. And now I'm putting on my blush using the Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm using Becca Cosmetics and Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Collection. The blush is Amaretto. Here I'm putting on my highlight with the Morphe M501. The highlight is from the Glow Kit of Anastasia in the shade Bubbly. Here I'm showing you the MORPHE35O Palette. I'm gonna be using this. I'm taking that first shade that I numbered for you guys on the palette and using it as a transition shade. I'm using the Deluxe Crease Brush from Real Techniques. Now here I'm using the Morphe E22 with the second shade. It's a little more deep shade than the first one we used. I'm using the shade to put it all over my crease. And also I'm trying to create like a V shape on my eye. I dip my brush into that shade like maybe 2 or 3 times to get it as deep as how I want it. Here I'm doing the same thing as I did to the other eye. By the way, if you haven't already, you guys need to get your hands on this palette. I think It's amazing. It's one of my favorite palettes. Here I'm just blending out any harsh edges. Now with the M321, we're gonna use that third shade, which is a very chocolate brown color. And we're gonna get really into that crease and deepening it up. I'm also dragging this color a little bit onto my lash line. Still with that, creating that V shape that I want. And here I use the M321 brush, and then I go back to the E22 brush to blend it out. And I do that quite a few times. These shades that I'm actually using are actually my favorite browns to use in this palette. They're like my go-to. Just make sure you have both eyes even. This is what I'm doing right here. Now here I'm using the Beige Cosmetics brush, the number 8, and I'm using that 4th shade, which is like a beige shade all over the lid. It has a yellow undertone. It's really pretty. And now I'm blending it out. And here I'm putting on my brow bone highlight with the 4th shade, which is this really frosty color. It's beautiful. I always use it for my brow bone color, or sometimes I use it all over the lid. Now I'm taking the Real Techniques detailer brush and using that highlight shade in the palette. Now with the E18 brush, I'm taking all 3 colors that I used on my eyelids and smudging that under the eye. Lower lash line, I should say. And I'm connecting the lower lash line to the eyeshadow above, as you see right there. I also decided to drag the highlight a little bit on the lash line, lower lash line. Now here I'm taking a flat definer brush and I'm using translucent powder to clean up my eyeshadow or sharpen it a little bit more. Make sure both sides are even. And I leave that on just for a minute. And then I'll take a clean brush and wipe it off. I use Beige Cosmetics vegan brush and it's V5. Now I'm taking some mascara. I'm using my favorite mascara and it's the L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black. I absolutely love this mascara because it lengthens my lashes. With this mascara, you also don't get any clumps. I'm sorry guys, but I wasn't able to record myself putting on my lipstick. It wasn't in frame, so I'm so sorry about that. And yeah, this is it. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day.